I wanted to take the time to share one of the lessons that brought me a long way when I was in my youth. And a friend of mine bought me a book years ago that someone stole from me, right? And they stole a book from me. You know, people used to steal things that I had of value. It could have been anything. People used to steal shit, right? Hold 1 second. See if I can catch it before it turns off. Hold on, I gotta get my heater. Okay. All right. What I was saying was this book that a friend of mine had bought me years ago. Somebody stole it from me. And people used to always take things of value that I would show value. It's not like they knew what value was. So if I showed it value, people would, I don't know, steal it, right? So after so many years of me losing this book, it came back to me. I want to read a couple pages, okay? Just to give y'all some understanding on how I think about particular things. Hold on, I need some oxygen in here. If I can find my stone. Where's the rock? Solid as a rock. There we go. I got it. If it ain't one thing, it's another. Hold on. Just bear with me. Trying to get some airflow in here a little bit. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, this chapter 1 is the celestial mind, and the book is called The Secret of the Golden Flower. Naturalness is called the way. The way has no name or form. It is just essence. Just the primal spirit, essence of life and invisible. The essence of life are invisible. So they are associated with sky and night. Sky and light are invisible. So they are associated with the two eyes. Since ancient times, those who realized spiritual immorality all communicated their teachings verbally, transmitting it from individuals to individuals. Tai Shang appeared magically to the Dongas, the Dung Ho. I'm saying it wrong. Donghua, and the way was handed on through a succession to yang, then to the southern and the northern schools of complete reality, which can be considered its full flourishing. The movement flourished in the same the movement flourished in the scenes that there were a great many who followed it. Yet it declined in the sense that its mental communication deteriorated. This has continued up to the present day, when it's extremely confused and extremely degenerated. Y'all gotta excuse me. I was trying to light my heater, and the propane from it makes the air thin. So trying to focus and all took my breath. When the extreme is reached, there is a reversion. Therefore, there was a certain master, Siu, who extended his kindness to liberate all, especially setting up the teachings of the special transmission outside of doctrine. For those who heard, it was a rare opportunity. Those who appreciated it formed a religious association in their time. Everyone should respectfully understand the heart of Master Siu, or Siu. It's SIU. First, establishing a firm foothold in the daily activities within society. Only then can you cultivate reality and understand essence. The obedience to a directive. In obedience to a directive. Listen to it carefully. In obedience to a directive. I am acting as a guide to liberation. Now I am bringing to light the source message of the golden flower of the absolute unity. After that, I will explain in detail. The absolute unity refers to what cannot be surpassed. There are very many alchemical teachings, but all of them make temporary use of effort to arrive at effortlessness. They are not teachings of total transcendence and direct penetration. The doctrine I transmit directly brings up working with the essence and does not fill into secondary methods. That is the best thing about it. The golden flower is light. What color of light? It is symbolized by the golden flower, which in Chinese characters also conceal the words one light within. This is absolutely unified real energy of celestial immortals. This is what it means by saying the lead in the homeland of water is just one flavor. The whole work of turning the light around used the method of reversal. The beauties of the beauties of the highest heavens and the marvels of the sublimest realms are all within the heart. This is where the perfectly open and aware spirit concentrates. Confucians called it the open center. Buddhism called it the pedestal of awareness. Taoists called it the ancestral earth, and the yellow court, the mysterious past, the primal opening. The celestial mind is like a house. The light is the matter of the house. Therefore, once you turn the light around, the energies throughout the body all rise. Just turn the light around. It is the unexcelled sublime truth. Light is easily stirred, steered, and hard to stabilize. Light is easily stirred and hard to stabilize. When you turn it around for a long time, the light will crystallize. This is the natural spiritual body, and it steadies the spirit above the nine skies. This is what is referred to in the mind see scriptures as silently praying court and soaring upwards. The golden flower is the same thing as the gold pill, the transmutation of spiritual illumination, and all guided by mind. I'm going to keep reading to y'all a passage every day, but I just started this chapter. This is chapter 1, and we just read 1 through 14 in paragraph. It's page 11 of the book Secret of the Golden Flower. Now, when I was in my early 20s, right, I took Tai Chi for some time. And with the Tai Chi, we had to take a medical quiz young class, which taught you about your essence and light and breathing and stabilizing, your beliefs as far as happenings and connections to the negative understanding of things so you can find a balance. And when I speak on things, I'm not speaking from a spot in my life to where I'm just figuring this shit out just now. No, like I've told y'all before, I've been doing this a long time. And this book came to me in my early 20s. It's just interesting that it came back around full circle. I'm 44, and it was probably about 21, 22, 23 when I actually got the book. So it's interesting that it came back around 20 years later. And I get a chance to express to y'all some of the values of understanding. So you see, this is not just something that I'm coming up with. This is science that's been in the world for a long time. This is energies that deities have been dealing with. This is pantheonic energy. This is energy that has traveled around the whole globe. It's highest echelon of understanding what the light is and what it does for you. Even my uncle, one of my closest uncles that passed away, he was actually into Buddhism. And that was the first person I ever saw meditate. I remember being a kid, and he would come to his sister's house, which was my nana, right? And this is my great uncle. So he would come to his sister's house, and he would be in this small area, right, of her house where it was quiet, it was dark. And he would go and he would meditate. He would sit on his pillow and cross his legs, and he had the incense burning, and he would sit there and he would meditate, and he would release all of this negative energy that he's gathering as he travels from his home to the city and then back home. And I always wanted to know what this was. I always wanted to know why. I used to be pulling on his eyelid, you know what I'm saying? I grab his face and he'll be like, get off me. I'll be like, but you're sleeping. He's like, I'm not sleeping. Like, what are you doing, Uncle Herbert? What are you doing? And we had to sit there and be quiet, right? It was me and like two of my other cousins. We used to always want to aggravate them. Or they would follow me, right? Like it was, and I would watch them follow me. Like, why are you following me? Go over there. Like they thought I was going to get something and they wasn't going to get it, right? It was so funny. So I just always remembered these things as far as what led me to tap into spirituality and what was showing me the pathway of the higher echelon of such. And, Yeah, this is gonna be an interesting travel. We're gonna do at least one or two pages a day, and we'll eventually get through the book. We will eventually get through the book. So, you know, if you have any questions about what you heard, leave it in the comments. Tell me where you're from, where you're viewing from. I would be interested in hearing that. And yeah, this book is called The Secret of the Golden Flower. NAGA.